Welcome to Connecticut at your service. I'm Dion Pulcinella, stepping in for Carmen Nieves. Here at Connecticut at your service, we come to you every Tuesday evening at 6:30 from our Stratford, Connecticut studios. And our goal is to entertain, educate, and empower our viewers. Today is no different. Today I'm coming to you speaking with Silent Quill. Benny W. Farr IV, artistically known as Silent Quill, is a spoken word poet, rapper, and teaching artist from Bridgeport, Connecticut. Through his powerful performances and evocative lyrics, Silent is known for his introspective style that brings a fresh and authentic perspective to the world of hip-hop and poetry. Growing up in Bridgeport, Silent Quill was immersed in a vibrant community that inspired his artistic journey. He began writing as a means of self-expression, channeling his experiences and emotion into his art. His work often explores themes of identity, resilience, and social justice, reflecting both his personal struggles and the broader challenges faced by his community. Silent's unique blend of spoken word and rap captures audiences with its raw honesty and lyrical depth. His performances are marked by a profound emotional intensity, drawing listeners into his world and leaving a lasting impact. With a talent for storytelling and a knack for powerful imagery, Silent Quill's work resonates with diverse audiences, connecting people through shared experiences and emotions. Here's Silent Quill. Welcome to Connecticut at your service. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, Dion, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So Silent, tell me just a little bit about your background. Where did you grow up? Tell me, well, we talked about you being from Connecticut, but tell me, from Bridgeport, tell me about your childhood.
Yeah, I was born and raised Bridgeport, Connecticut by my two Jamaican grandparents.
All right.
Yeah. I had a good childhood. Really good family. My older brother, and I, we grew up on the west end of Bridgeport. They took good care of us. You know, we went to school. We were taught, go to school, go to work, everything will work out fine, you know?
Yeah.
It's, art wasn't really a thing in the house. Like for me it was, cause it's just what I did, how I expressed myself. You know, puzzles and Legos and, you know, G.I. Joes, you know, different like toys and things like that. But, you know, our family did well, but we weren't like wealthy or anything like that. Like, you know, we got what we needed, but you know, we didn't always get what we wanted. So sometimes, you know, you got to get creative. You know, it's like, yeah, you'll get the toy right, but you can't get the base. So we just take like a empty box of cereal or something and cut it up and make it into whatever we wanted. A lot of imagination, but yeah, I grew up in a really good family, really good house.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So what did you want to be when you grew up?
I honestly thought I was going to the NBA.
Okay.
I love basketball. I still do love basketball.
Who's your favorite team?
I'm a Knicks fan.
All right.
Yeah, I've been a Knicks fan since I knew what a basketball was, and I will always be a Knicks fan.
Excellent. It's hard being a Knicks fan.
It has been. It has been. We've been doing a lot better recently, so I'm proud of that. And
absolutely.
That's all.
Baby
I'm just
steps.
gonna leave it there. Yeah, but I was sure I was going to the NBA.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what inspired you to be a storyteller?
Oh man, my creative friends. So, like I said, I've always written. That was always my way of expression, but I didn't share. I was always shy, you know, just kind of like just enjoying the things, watching other people do the things, and kind of just play in the background. And after some time, I eventually went to my first open mic, and a friend of mine who I grew up playing basketball with, I had no idea. Like, you know, I knew he was there, but you know, we had the same type of interest. But he got on the mic and he performed one of the best poems that I've ever heard.
Wow.
And this is somebody I consider myself close to, and I had no idea he had this talent.
Yeah.
And it was just like, wow, it was a surprise. But and that kind of inspired me to share some things that I already had. And then, you know, it's just been history since then.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fascinating. So in your poem, Who Am I? You said that you have stage fright. So how does make sense for me? How does that work where you have stage fright, yet you're okay with performing in front of an audience full of people?
Yeah, make it make sense. I think I'm still trying to make it make sense to myself. I have no idea why I chose this art form or why this art form chose me. I've always had a fear of public speaking. I've learned that the shyness and kind of just playing the background, it stopped me from engaging in a lot of opportunities that, you know, I could have like excelled in. You know, there were things that I could have done, friendships I could have made, connections I could have made that I missed out on because of just not being bold enough or brave enough to step forward. So yeah, it's kind of like the motivation behind that, just stepping forward, and if it matters to you, do it. You know, even if you're scared, do it scared, because like, what's the worst that could happen?
That's true.
You know,
do it scared. Words to live by.
yeah.
So, would you describe yourself as an introverted extrovert, or vice versa?
Yeah, introverted extrovert. Because it's so weird. When I'm around people that I'm comfortable, like when I'm 100% comfortable, I'm a clown. And most times you couldn't even get me to be quiet. There's always jokes and things like that. But when I'm around unfamiliars and people I'm not too sure about, I kind of just, I'm more just being aware of what's going on around me, just somewhat cautious, but I can still enjoy myself, things like that. But yeah, and my social meter for the day starts off pretty low. I'm gonna say like 70%. And it just burns. It just burns throughout the day. And then, you know, by the time, you know, the end of the night, and it's like, yeah, no one talked to me. I'm just gonna.
You're done.
Yeah, I need to recharge.
So tell me, what allows you to be so vulnerable in your poetry?
Also, friends.
Yeah.
So in my writing, I talk a lot about myself. Because it's things that are going on in my head. And when I write them, they help me stay organized, right? And once I started sharing, it was more so entertainment. Like I was kind of like, I felt like I was joining in on this situation. So I was being more entertaining like other artists, right? But eventually I started to pay more attention to the things that I was writing and the things that I'm saying. And, you know, they didn't really matter outside of just being entertaining. And I wanted the work to be more meaningful. So, you know, just with conversations with other friends, just listening to the more meaningful work, they're explaining to me like, people need to hear this side of you. People need to know, you know, that part that they can resonate with, you know. So, and just recognizing that I used to be that person who needed to hear those things, you know. So I think it's important for me to share the parts that I wouldn't normally share, you know, because someone somewhere is benefiting from it. Yeah.
Right. So I saw that on your Instagram that you talked about your injury, and you mentioned the fact that you were told that you would not be able to jump, and being able to jump twice as high as you were able to when you first got injured was a huge achievement for you. How does that play out in your work?
Twice as high, that would be amazing.
Well, I think you started at 6 and then you went to 12, right?
Yeah,
12 inches.
yeah. It's so I had a herniated disc, pinched nerve, and honestly, like the entire time I didn't realize I had a herniated disc. I have a pretty high tolerance for pain, so I thought I just pulled a muscle, and you know, stubborn men just not going to check things out, just letting things be, and eventually it turned into a thing. So yeah, eventually I learned I had a herniated disc and I had to get it removed. And then I had spinal fusion surgery.
Wow.
So, but there's still some nerve damage in my foot. So, you know, there's just things that I'm living with, right? And I was told there's certain things you can't do anymore. I grew up playing basketball, very athletic. I was always that guy to just help out with physical things and whatnot. But then to be told you have these limitations. But then I started working with this gym, and helped me push those boundaries, helped me get past a lot of the things that I was told I couldn't do anymore. And, you know, to be able to literally leave the ground is a really big deal, right?
Yeah.
So to go from, you know, hey, I can still jump, 6 inches, and then eventually it's like, hey, I can do more than 6 inches. Now I'm jumping 12. It's like, all right, let's see what else I can do. Let's aim for 16 now.
Nice.
But yeah, just just overcoming.
Yeah.
Being told you can't do something, and then realizing that it's really just all in your head. Listen to your body, of course. Pay attention to those things. But a lot of the time, we're just getting in our own way. Yeah.
All right. So you're also a teacher.
Yes.
So tell me, what motivated you to teach?
Yeah. So I'm a teaching artist.
Teaching
right?
artist.
Not an art teacher.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I teach creative writing and performance. And I've been teaching for a little more than 2 years now. I never thought I'd ever be a teacher. Like, honestly, if anyone asked me 10 years ago, I'd have been like, yeah, right. But yeah, so I teach creative writing and performance. The ages range, I think the youngest I've taught was 3rd grade.
Oh.
The littles are challenging,
Yeah.
but fun. And the oldest so far is a freshman in college.
Wow.
I've done workshops with, but I go as far as I could work with adults as well for like professional development, things like that. Because the focus is all social emotional learning. Just getting people to get comfortable with expressing themselves and emotional development and things like that.
How long have you been teaching?
A little more than 2 years.
2 years, okay. So it's not that long a time, but I'm just wondering what you're seeing in terms of people being able to express themselves and their social emotional learning. I'm just curious, what trends, if any, have you seen?
The trends that I'm seeing is I see a lot of myself in the students and people that I work with. I see a whole lot of myself just being shy or just guarded or quiet, and it's usually the quiet ones who have the most going on, and my role is to help them share those things, right? And that's kind of just what I do, just help them find an avenue creatively to express those things.
Yeah.
Just be that person that I needed when I was their age or in their position.
Have any of your students inspired you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like when I walk in a classroom, sometimes I see the ones who are, you have the ones who are just like really outgoing and just ready to share and ready to just get right into it. And then you have the ones who you can tell they're interested, they just don't know how, right? Because it's not as simple as just stepping forward and doing it for some people.
Right.
And I resonate with that. So it's like, okay, there's one student, like I saw it from the beginning. Like he was kind of just like here and somewhat participating, but just in the corner, like on his own, doing his own thing or whatever. And it's like, yeah, it's gonna be the guy.
Yeah.
And by the end of the workshop, he's like the first to volunteer to perform, to recite his stuff. And I'm like, see, this is what we're supposed to do. This is it, right? Yeah.
It must be a pretty amazing feeling.
It is. Like I said, I never thought I'd be teaching. And honestly, it's not even a passion for me. But once I started doing it, and like the joy that comes with seeing just people open up and love what's coming out, that's I walk away with my head up.
Yeah. Wonderful. So let's shift over to your music a little bit.
Okay.
So who would you say are your musical influences? Now I heard one of your songs, and I heard some Rakim in there. Would you say that he's one of your influences?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Anyone who consider themselves a rapper is influenced by Rakim. Rakim is the God MC. Rakim is definitely the God MC. He invented multis. Like, what's up? So there's like rhyme patterns, right? Where you rhyme at the beginning, rhyme in the middle, rhyme at the end. Like he pioneered that.
Yeah.
So if he hadn't done that, like, who knows where rap would be right now. So Rakim, definitely one of my influences. But my top 3 favorite rappers, Lupe Fiasco, Royce the 5'9", and Sky Zoo.
Okay.
Those are my top 3. But I have a very, very vast musical. My playlist is pretty strong.
Yeah.
Like I listen to a lot of rock and roll, a lot of jazz, R&B, some country. Because like honestly, some like lyrically, like country music is like the writers for this is the storytelling is amazing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I listen to a little bit of everything but heavy metal because I can't understand it.
Okay. Now we have a slide about your single, "The Sound of Silent."
Yeah.
Now, when is that dropping?
Sound of Silent dropped September 19th.
Oh, it dropped already.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's already out.
All right.
Streaming on all platforms. Yeah, on everything. Run it up.
Okay. Sound of Silent, everybody.
Yeah.
Look it up. Okay. Tell me, what is your songwriting process like?
Yeah, so I say it's kind of messy, right? So I take a lot of notes throughout my day because the music, the art is about my life experiences. I talk a whole lot about myself and my experiences, things I see, spaces I'm in, people I interact with, and kind of everything around that and in between, because that's kind of what we do. We speak from our perspectives. Yeah, so I take a lot of notes, and when I'm ready to sit down with an instrumental that I like, and I choose a topic, and I start pulling from those notes. I start piecing them together. I call my notes Legos. Yeah, so I start piecing those Legos together and just making it make sense for the music, and then I do my editing, and then I rehearse. Once I'm comfortable, I start rehearsing, and then I like to memorize it before I go into the studio to save on recording time. But but yeah, that's my process. Just
Nice.
piecing things together, and then when I decide it's done, it's done.
Okay. Our phone line is open, so if you're interested in calling and asking Silent and Quill a question, give us a call at 203-345-0103. So let's see, you'll be performing at a poetry slam, is that right? On October 22nd?
Yes. Well, so that's those are the dates that the slams are happening.
Okay. Will you be performing, or
I
not
will.
necessarily?
I will be. I won't be competing until November 5th, I believe. Or the 1st. I'm not sure which one it is.
November 1st.
November. Yeah, 1st. So it's I know people get if they're not really familiar, they get confused with like terminology, right? So a poetry slam is a poetry competition. It's where poets write a piece up to 3 minutes long. It's part of the slamming rules, competition rules, and you get judged. And based on your scores, you win. So this slam that's coming up, it's to participate on Connecticut's national slam team, Verbal Slap.
Okay.
It's been going on a lot longer than I've been even performing, and I've competed once before a long time ago, and life is starting to get a little more comfortable and having a little more time to do things. So I'm gonna compete again and see if I can get on the team for next year.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be at BPT Creates?
Yes, Bridgeport Creates. It's
Okay.
downtown Bridgeport behind the Arcade Mall.
Okay.
The event is called Poets Realm.
Okay.
Poets with a Z.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So where can fans see you perform?
I'm all over the place.
You're all over.
Yeah, it's like I'm new,
Yeah.
right? Like I've been around for a while, but I've really just started to like lean into the art, right? I have 4 or 5 singles out. I'm working on a poetry book. Like I've been performing, for a while, but really just starting to build who I am as an artist professionally. So I'm performing wherever I can.
Okay.
Wherever there's a showcase, I'm reaching out. There's artists that I know who are on tour. I'm reaching out to see if I can open for them, or wherever there's a stage, wherever there's a mic that I can participate. If there's a venue, if anyone has opportunities, call me, let me know. Like, we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have your video, so I think we can play Silent Quill's song here. The Sound of Silence.
And gave him that, and my future self said be the man, so now I'm back. S-I-L-E-N-T. Call up the EMTs, but I'ma shut it down like an EMP. Get your hands to the clouds when you listen to the sound of S-I-L-E-N-T. Call up the EMTs, but I'ma shut it down like an EMP. Get your hands to the clouds when you listen to the sound of silence. I'm silent, but I've been making noise lately. I'm putting the jets on like I've been working for Spacely. To say it plainly, there ain't a name to sedate me. They hate me innately, but they just mad cause they ain't me. They underrate me like they're the one who create me. I'm just doing me, I happen to be doing it greatly. I got the rolling like I made me a skate key. It took me long enough, I'm still paying down late fees. No more hustling backwards on the loneliest track. Y'all thinking J&B, I'm thinking Toby and Fat. Mufasa found his Sarabi and made a job out of hobbies. And the dialogues are kinda like Baldwin and Giovanni. The topic is the bomb, my personal Nagasaki. Said I'm godly if I drive a Bugatti or a jalopy. She got me as long as I don't ever let nothing stop me. So I properly dropped to a knee and I told her copy. S-I-L-E-N-T. Call up the EMTs, but I'ma shut it down like an EMP. Get your hands to the clouds when you listen to the sound of S-I-L-E-N-T. Call up the EMTs, but I'ma shut it down like an EMP. Get your hands to the clouds when you listen to the sound of.
All right. That was pretty hot.
I love that song. I had a really good time recording that one. Yeah, it was fun.
No, that wasn't Sound of Silent, though.
That was Sound of
That
Silent.
was Sound of Silent.
Yeah, that
okay.
was Sound of Silent.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I think I must have heard another song from your that was a little bit slower. It starts off
So I had Through It All.
Through It All.
There's like was there like an R&B hook on that one?
Yep.
Yeah, and then there was My Favorite. That one also has an R&B hook.
Okay.
My Favorite I did with it's an R&B artist out in New Britain, Ralphie Rodriguez. I recorded that one. And then Through It All I did with two other friends, R&B artists. He sang on the hook, and I had a friend do the second verse. But it was more, just talking about life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what Through It All is more, just talking about personal stuff and things like that. And but Sound of Silence a little different, just a little higher energy, kind of just like, hey, this is me, I'm here, I'm not going anywhere, and this is just what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sound of Silent, like Silent Quill.
Yeah.
I see a theme here,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. So the name came from, it was actually given by someone that I don't even know. I was in a room with a friend who, with a friend and then his friends, right? And I was kind of just in the corner in my phone. And usually when I'm around people I don't know, I'm writing. It's just what it is. And he thought I was texting, so he asked me who I was texting, and my friend told him I was writing. And the guy just said it like Silent Quill. It's like, and I was like, oh, I like that. Yeah, so I write a lot more than I talk. That's kind of just what it is. I'm silent, but my pen isn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Now, you've had other names?
Oh yeah, I've had a lot. When I started performing, that first time at the open mic, I started performing. I went by the Pancake Man.
Pancake Man?
Yeah.
Okay. How did that come about?
So the open mic was a potluck.
Okay.
And I'm a very huge fan of pancakes. There was a point where I ate pancakes literally every day.
Wow.
So I would bring my little griddle and some pre-made pancake batter and fruits and stuff like that, and I would make pancakes at the open mic.
Nice.
So Pancake Man was the thing for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, did you bring butter and syrup too, or
Yeah,
just?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
You gotta have the whole
everything we
thing.
needed. I would make pancakes and I run inside, do my set, then I come back out to the door and I'm just like making pancakes for everyone. So it was cool.
That's funny.
Yeah, but I made some changes. I had to switch some things up because I started to take the art seriously, because it's kind of hard to be taken seriously when you're introduced as the Pancake Man.
That's true.
And everyone thinks that you're going to be funny.
Yeah.
And then I come out with this deep poem and it's like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. So it's like, yeah, I need to do something about this name. So I went through a few. I went by Park City for a while.
Okay.
Because Bridgeport is the nickname for my city.
Yep.
So I was using that during a small stint with battle rapping, which was fun.
Yeah.
But I eventually learned it just wasn't for me. But I had a bunch of names. I went through a few different things.
Yeah.
And I landed on Silent Quill, and it's working.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. So, is it true that you're going to be performing with Rod Digga in Philly?
Yes, I'm going to be opening for Rod Digga.
Okay. I'm just sorry. I was having a moment.
Yeah.
I'm fangirling because I grew up in the 80s too, and the 90s hip hop was huge, and Rod Digga with Flip Mode, and
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Fangirling a little bit.
I'm
Sorry.
I'm at a point where I'm starting to perform more out of state.
Yeah.
I've opened for Conway the Machine from Griselda. They're from Buffalo. I opened for them in New York earlier in the year. And Rod Digga in Philly. next month. That's a
That's
big deal.
huge.
Yeah, it's a big deal for me. I'm like, wow, this is gonna be cool. So, you know, the songs that I have now, I'm working on some new music, and just gonna show up and do my job.
Do your thing.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So we're in Philly. What's the spot called?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you.
No, okay.
You can go to my website.
Yeah,
and
but it's November 26th,
November
right?
26th.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
the day before Thanksgiving, of course.
Ooh. Okay. That's going to
Yeah.
be either really good or really not good.
Either way, it's going to be good. Either way, it's going to be good.
It's going to be great. You're going to do with Rod Digga.
out of all the years, and like, cause she's on tour, so you know, it's just going to be what it is. Either way, regardless of how many people are in the room, like what I've learned over the years, if it's 5 people, 500 people, I'm going to give you the same energy
Absolutely.
every
Absolutely.
time.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
So after this single, what is next for Silent Quill?
So I'm working on more music. I'm working on the album. I'm working on more poetry because, like I said, I'm working to compete in the slam team, and I'm confident that I'm gonna make the team. So
Excellent.
I'm working on more poems so I can deliver. I'm trying to finish this poetry book so I can get it done.
Nice.
It's literally been in the works for a long time. So
Okay.
it's kind of just a matter of just buckling down and, you know, sticking to it, being consistent, and getting it finished.
Now, poetry book, is that going to be a book of your own poems, or is it like teaching how to? Like, is it
Oh,
is it
yeah,
how to?
it'll be a book of just a compilation of my own poems.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of things that I haven't shared on stage, which should be interesting, because not everything is for the microphone.
Shareable.
Yeah, you know. So, but yeah, it's just the book will be a compilation of my own poems. Yeah, I'm working on a release date.
Okay. Are you thinking 2026?
2026,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. All right,
Absolutely.
we're putting it out there, so you got to work towards that.
Yes,
now, right? Okay.
absolutely,
Excellent.
2026. Yeah, you can just like keep up with the website. You'll see all the updates and things like that. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Excellent. Now, you wrote a poem that was beautiful about your wife. That's on your website. I think you talked about her, at least maybe not the whole poem, but you talked about her not knowing her for very long, but her understanding you.
Stay in touch.
Stay in touch.
Stay in touch. That is so funny.
Why is it funny?
That's so funny. Because Stay in Touch is literally the first spoken word piece I've ever written.
Really?
Yeah, I wrote it a very, very long time ago, back in 2010.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not about my wife.
Okay.
But
My bad. It's a love poem.
It can apply.
Yeah.
Definitely it can apply. Yeah. So yeah, it's on my website, the video. So ultimately what I did with that poem, so if you're familiar with Tyrese Gibson, the singer,
Oh, yeah.
actor, his first album, Tyrese, I used all the song titles in that poem.
Ah.
Yeah, that's why it's called Stay in Touch. It's
Okay.
the last song on the album. But it's more of a homage to poetry.
Okay.
The poem is about poetry.
Nice.
Yeah, and just everything that it's done for me or has been doing for me.
Can you give us a little bit of it?
Yeah, I can. So nobody else is giving me what she gives me. She challenges my mind. She brings additional drive towards my success, but the crazy thing is, I haven't known her long. Her conversation gives me a taste of home because her dialect is of which my kin so pleasantly beat against my eardrums, and listening to her speak is music, and I dance. She manipulates my senses. My ears two-step to her voice. My mouth salsas to the substance of her sentences. I slide when I feel her genuine honesty. My eyes river dance to the movement of her lips, and she smells like forever. So tell me how one can spend so little time in my life but make me feel like she's been there for years or like she should have been. I tell myself be easy because I learned the hard way that life guarantees no promises, so I pay attention to my moves with this sweet lady because sweet can go sour instantly. Lately I've been on my selfishness because previously I've been so focused on the happiness of others when mine was simply passing me by. Bypassing any potential situation that'll give love a try. I kissed love goodbye because when I love hard. As a result, I grew soft-hearted and was left scarred. So yeah, I'm more guarded and less open, but I find myself jonesing to get on the phone and talk. My Joneses don't walk, they run, so it's a task to keep up. But I ran track, so a good dash to me is fun. See, there's nothing like a Jones embedded in bone marrow. especially when you're so used to your voice falling on deaf ears and that Jones hears you loud and clear. See, I've been put down by statements like your standards are too high. When you get yours, don't worry about mine, because if you think mine are too high, maybe yours are too low. What do you need? See, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but beep. I got to a point where I felt no one deserved to taste my love because for some reason, no one's teeth seemed strong enough to chew it. But that's the stage that I can't go on because it looks like I've been proven wrong. So I will definitely make sure that poetry and I stay in touch. Peace.
Wow, amazing. Well, thank you so much, Silent Quill, for joining us on Connecticut at Your Service. Please join us next week for another episode of Connecticut at Your Service. I'm Dion Pulcinella.